camera is slowly moving down. Un jour, je vais avoir un rack à caméra qui a de l'allure. In the meantime, hello! Welcome to the show. It's the first Saturday of the month, so if you're one of the 4 people that watch me regularly, you know what that means. It is the Olo Colors Challenge of the month, which I usually refer to only as the Color Challenge because Olo wants me to buy their markers. I don't have that kind of money. So, first things first, we're going to pose the rules real quick. I've been slacking off on that. I gotta... Oh, we already have 2 people watching. Hello, 2 peoples! Oh, I am in for a show today. I've got like a gajillion requests yesterday. So I have even less idea what's going to happen today. But has that ever stopped me before? No. So as with every color of the month challenge, we are going to list the supplies. Because that's the fun part of it. You guys don't know what colors I'm going to use. Some of you try to suggest them, and then nope. That's not how the challenge works. Nice try, though. Olo Markers started this challenge way back when they used to sell Copics, and then continued it when they lost the license, but then started selling all kinds of markers, and then when they decided to make their own markers, they stopped being cool. And only do the challenge with their own markers. But you know what? I don't care. I still do the challenge. Been doing it for years now. Therefore, this month's colors that they generously offered is a G 1.4 Spearmint, Y 1.2 Light Yellow, and YG 2.5 Avocado. Therefore, the colors that I have decided to use, of course, oh, hi Coco! Thank you for coming. Color the hex codes. Tree 6, B 6, 4, A. F A E D 7 8 9 5 B 2 3 D. I sound like a speak and spell. Which means when you speak like an actual human being, I'm not sure I got them in the right order because these 2 could not match their cover. However, so we have, okay, G140 Horseradish, or as we all know, fake wasabi, that's way too spicy. YO30 Lemon Chiffon, pretty sure that's how it's pronounced in English. Citron Chiffon. How is your majesty of the brush pen today? Your Highness is feeling fantastic. They just finished a test. All I'm going to say is this. And the last color is GY1 Pale Green. You would think that the horseradish would be darker than the pale green, considering it's supposed to be the equivalent of avocado. But anyway, and we have, of course, a chameleon liner that I might or might not use depending how light they are. YL2 Summer Sun. Here comes the sun. Ah, here. Sorry guys, took me a while to find the YL2. You only have 3, but I had it upside down. GR3 Grass Green. That must be the equivalent of the avocado. And YG3 Spring Meadow. I don't know what I'm gonna do when they're gonna start drying up. I may or may not be a little annoyed at that. And that is it for this month's colors. So we're having a nice variety of greens. You would think May is spring, you would have a little bit more in green. But anyway, c'est vert, c'est le renouveau, c'est le printemps. C'est le printemps, je suis content. So now, if we will just scoop the wheel of morality, you will see that we are in fact drowning in suggestions this month. I am absolutely thrilled at how much you guys participated this month. Honestly, I am so happy, so proud of you guys. Let's try to do as much participation next month because this is fun for me, this is fun for you. Of course, if there's one, because I only have the time to do 4 of these. That's the whole point of the morality wheel. Do like Coco. If I didn't do it last month, you're allowed to reuse the suggestions if I didn't do it. It's not me avoiding it, it's literally up to luck. Now here we go. Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we shall learn. Sonic is on the run. Sonic is number 1. Sonic is coming next, so watch out now for Sonic X. Not sure who's going to sue me for that one. Could be Deke, could be 4 kids, I don't know. Fun for the whole family. Indeed it is. Going to take Sonic out of the wheel and go get I mean, I know how to draw Sonic, but it's always good to have references, especially considering. Come here, you. I need to sharpen this, and I put my sharpener way in the back where my printer is. Because, say it with me now, I'm an idiot. Burp. Yum, yum. And for those wondering, well, what happens if it starts getting too short to go in the electric one? Well, then it goes in the manual one since I actually changed the blades. See, sometimes when I put a lot of effort in it, I can do smart shit. So I'm drawing Sonic right now. Does that mean since it's going to be green, I'm going to be drawing Scourge? Is that what's happening? I like that reference. Also, I'm sorry, but the Sonic X English theme song is one of my favorite songs. It's just so fun to sing. I don't even know all the words, but that never stopped me before from singing. And now it's stuck in my head. So today is comic book day. So obviously, yet another reason why I don't expect a lot of people watching live. Why am I not at comic book day? Because there is no local comic book day for me. I know, it sucks. Closest comic book store is like a 4-hour drive. Stuck in a new location without any explanation. Go, 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 don't blink, don't blink. Just go, 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 go. I swear I have a life. Now, if he looks kind of sus, there's a reason for that. It's on purpose, because that's what I do. I draw and I make you question reality. He looks evil. And that entertains me very much. We got tree watchers. Hello! Welcome! I am doing the colors of the month challenge and drawing Sonic. I got the microwave working again. Apparently the grease that exploded in it was keeping it from heating right. Ew. Brother. Ugh. Brother. See, I'm hip. I know the memes that I get on Facebook. Don't tell me you haven't had something explode while cooking it. At least your dad probably has. Not enough to break the microwave. Plus, we keep it fairly clean, and we have this little plastic thingy that we put on top of the food. So if something explodes, it's going to be in there. I have burned potatoes on the on the stove. Copyrighted song. Don't worry, YouTube will keep me in check. If it's anything like 2 weeks ago, immediately after the live stream is recorded and available to public, I'm going to get some copyright claims that I'm going to fight, because I pay way too much money to Pretzel to then pay the same artist another time. If they're not getting their money from Pretzel, their problem is not with me. Qu'on se le dise. Also, for the record, it is comic writer Jeff Burton's birthday today. Let's all wish him happy birthday. This is not bad at all for my first movie, Sonic. Watch me ruin it! Speaking of microwave, good, I may qualify for an affordable meal delivery service, which would help when I get my ankles fixed. Oh, yes, please. Anything to make your life easier. Personally asking the great gods of luck, since I am apparently one of their emissaries, please bring good luck to Coco. I like how that one viewer left when they realized I was doing movie Sonic. I was tempted to make ugly Sonic. But I was like, you know what? I never drew good movie Sonic before. So let's go for at least a cute one, you know? Just before we start with the ink, gonna have a little sippy. Fresh water right from the tap that is not piss yellow. No, I'm still not over it. So what I'm likely going to do, I'm going to be using the YG tree for the line art, because I want to use the darker one for the spines after I'm done coloring. Because if I do it before, there's a good chance that the constant stroking would muddle up the line art. Or maybe I should do the dark. No, I want to do the... I understand myself. If I need to redo the line art with the darker one, then I will. We'll get there when we get there. Let's grab the other two right away. Ow. It's not comfortable jamming the end of a chameleon liner in your thumb. 0-10, do not recommend. And Lily is singing the song of her people, of course. And from the sound of things, I believe it's Aunt Berta and Uncle Ellis. No, not you. You! Of course, it's important to work with chameleon liners one liner at a time because you don't want to mess up the caps. So for those who don't know, chameleon liners have ink on both ends. The body as ink, the cap as ink, because the concept is that you will take another color, you touch it to the cap, hold it at minimum 3 seconds. The longer you hold it, the more ink will transfer from the cap to the body, and then you will be able to have a gradient. Another thing you actually can do is have several colors lined up and then exchange the cap on the same starter color, well, end color I should say, and swap them out continuously because they will stack up. And then you can literally draw with a rainbow. I know it works, I've tried it. Well, we're gonna send Sonic drawing, and then we're going to see what the Wheel of Morality will give us next. Come on. There. First, I'm going to take the time to have another sip of water. Because I'm the boss, I do what I want. The voice upstairs started talking in French. Then it would be my sister. Hi, sister. Alright. Wheel of Morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. And I am drawing Isabella Garcia from, if I'm not mistaken, Phineas and Ferb. A show I have never watched. I just know there's one guy shaped like a Dorito, one guy shaped like a rectangle. And there's a platypus. And if you put a hat on it, it's Barry the Platypus! That's it. I have never watched the show. Oh, she's right there. Oh, practical. I have a ton of these vertical cards, and I'm going to use them. Come here, pencil. A nice blue pencil that I like so much. I like when it's the first time I'm asked to draw a character, because these are not characters I would think to draw by myself, because they're not shows I've watched. Those character designs sure are choices. She's cute though. I'm just deciding to give her slightly different eyes, if only because I feel it'll be a little curious. About two kids doing weird stuff, building weird stuff, and they get caught by their mom like once. I never watched it, but I got the gist. Yeah, they're sisters because despite being like wildly different, they're supposed to be siblings. Their sister keeps trying to tell on them, but their mother always comes like too late or stuff like that. Oh, that would drive me batty. Because it's no secret that I'm someone that was often accused of lying when I was not lying, and I cannot stand being called a liar. Except when I'm very obviously lying. Because then I'm more like, I got ya. It's not perfectly on model, but I'm not trying to reboot the show. I'm just trying to draw a character for the first time in my life. Also, the reason I don't do reservation when somebody requests a certain character is because, one, I don't want to lock people in purchasing these cards. Hello to all and salutation. Hello, Lucky Kid 77. Holy crap, your icon kind of looks like this month's colors of the month. That is lucky. Because I literally label these as requests. But like, Daddy's gotta do 11. You know what I think I'm going to do for her hair? I'm going to use the darkest color for her hair. And then I will do the hair strands in white Posca. Because I am allowed to use black and white. There was a rule recently where you're also allowed to use actual skin tones, but then it's kind of less of a challenge. Then it's just somebody wearing the colors, you know. And I'm giving her like completely dark eyes instead of with a shine because I don't know, it's giving a little UPA look, and I like that. Because that's another thing. These are indeed requests, but I still put them in the shop so that other people that might like the results may purchase them. And I don't usually put reservation because I don't want to force people to buy them. Because if I put a reservation and then somebody's like, oh, I'll get money next week, I'll get money next week, I'll get money next week. We are 3 next weeks. I actually had a customer like that back at the video game shop. I was in back store and my manager, the good one, asked me to call this one customer that was supposed to come in and pay her her backlog or whatever it's called, her tab, kind of, sort of. And she kept postponing it because she kept claiming that she had to go to the hospital. I mean, I have a dad that's regularly in the hospital, and there is no way in hell you have to go to the hospital exactly on the same day every week. Like, I don't know how it is where you guys live, but where I live, it's impossible. Their schedules are too busy. I have to call a month in advance one of my doctors to be able to get an appointment on time to renew one of my prescriptions. So, I called that lady. And she goes, I know, but I gotta go to the doctor that day. I gotta go to the doctor on Thursday. And I said, I know, man, but that's been 3 Thursdays you've been telling us this. You need to come in and pay. And this is why my good manager asked me to call the lady. Now, I never took care of that part of the transaction, like, I don't know, what is it called, when, collections, I think? I never took care of that part, so I don't know if she finally came in. I just know that my boss didn't ask me to call her again after. And I always gotta specify whether it's the good boss or not, because, oh, trust me, there is a difference. I had a lot of bosses. Just at that shop. I'm gonna use the light one for this part of the hair, and hopefully I'll be able to keep the guide when I erase the pencil later. This, however, I can line it now because that shirt is white. I have been playing Ni no Kuni 1. I've beaten 2, I am now up to 1. That game is trolling me, I swear. Like, it plays, like, really differently from the second one. That can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending. So, it's pretty much like Yokai Watch / Pokemon, stuff like that. You have your human characters, which of course are all white again, and you have monsters that you can capture and make familiars out of them. Now, one of my side quests, I was supposed to catch a turbandit and a green buncher. I easily caught the turbandit. That was not an issue. It took me 3 real-time days to catch a green buncher. By the time I finally got that frickin' thing in my hands, and I went back to collect on that side quest, the quest giver was like, "Oh yeah, there's a big green guy, but where's the little turban guy? You know, with the purple turban?" And I was like, "But I have one." And then I freaking realized that it had taken me so long to catch the green buncher that my turbandit had evolved. Well, I say had evolved. I evolved him myself, not knowing that then he would no longer count towards the side quest. So I had to go back out and catch a second turbandit. And like, not happy with that, I'm desperately trying to reach the town of Hamlin, and of course I have to cross the ocean in my boat. Which is full of monsters. And this game does not have an equivalent to tents or cottages. So the only way for me to heal up... Well, I still have a lot of options, but I don't have a lot of money. So the ways for me to heal up are using my magic. And I am the only one that has field healing. To use my food, and once again I don't have a lot of money. Or to level up. So of course I try to conserve my resources as much as I can, and just as I'm about to reach ashore, the guy that I'm supposed to kill endgame shows up and fights me. So of course I frickin' die. So then I have to grind and grind and grind, but mostly money, so I can get better equips. And then I go back and then I find out accidentally that I was supposed to let myself die and my other 2 characters alive. Because as I suspected, this fight was like half scripted. Because you're not supposed to win it, but you're not supposed to have everybody die either. So I had Swain and Esther still alive, Oliver dies, and the game, quote-unquote, stops immediately. And then another cutscene, and I'm like, oh. Another thing that gets on my nerves, outright gets on my nerves in Ni no Kuni 1 is the fact that you're, like, you have different races? No, you don't. The first town is Ding Dong Dell. I've talked about Ni no Kuni 2. Ding Dong Dell is the realm of the cats, what they call the Grimmelkins. I met a couple of cats, but like 90% of the town are humans. Very, very white humans. And then I get to the second town, which is Alma Moon. And they talk about fountains of milk and stuff like that. And of course I'm thinking, oh my god, it's going to be a town of cows. And I arrive, everybody's human. Every single person is human. Nobody is even hinting that they might be a cow. Oh yeah, and in Ding Dong Dell, not a lot of cats, but there are some cats. And the king is a cat. The king, there's no question, the king is a giant cat. But then you get to Alma Moon, everybody's human. And then you hear that if you want to see the Cowliphat, and you're thinking Cowliphat, she has to be a cow. If you want to meet her, you have to get permission from a bull, A-B-U-L-L. And you're like, oh, that's gotta be a bull. That's gotta be a cow. His name is a bull. So side quest, side quest, side quest. You get to the second town, to the third town, I should say. Castaway Cove. Everybody's human. They all have a tan, a little better. But you know, I kind of expect that because Capstan on Hall in the sequel, they were all human. So then, Castaway Cove, they tell you if you want to use the boat to continue the game, you have to go back to Alma Moon and get permission from the Caliphate. So then you have to walk back to Alma Moon, which is at the speed that you're walking pretty far. And finally, you get to meet a bull. And it's a human. And you're disappointed. So you ask for the permission and yada yada yada. You finally get to meet the Caliphate. And it's a enormous human. With pointy ears and horns. That's how you know she's a cow. There is exactly one cow in the cow city. So, expectedly, kind of disappointed. Because at least in the sequel, they have actual races and species. Not a lot, but they do. Because like in Ding Dong Dell, they have the Grimalkin and the mice. Which actually look very different from its prequel. Then you go to Goldpaw, and it's like full of dogkin. Okay, full of dogs. There might be a human here and there if you squint. And there are some humans that and other races that show up eventually as you open the borders and unify the nations. And that is cool. And then in the next town over, you have the mermaids. They kind of all look the same. Because they all have the exact same blue tint to their skins. And that's where I was disappointed, because I was like, oh, finally, something different to add to my party. And there's not a lot of humans there, but one of the main characters is a human, and that's the guy that joins your party. And I'm like, there's so many mermaids here. Why can't I get a mermaid? But then, in Ni no Kuni 1, after a lot of sidetracking, Ni no Kuni 1 is the master of sidetracking. You can't just get a boat. You have to do 3 million steps. And you finally get to Hamlin, which was the town I was desperately trying to reach, because I consulted a guide to know when I would get the travel spell, and it's somewhen in Hamlin. So you get to Hamlin, and everybody looks like a pig. Every single person. And I'm like, finally! Turns out it's masks. Every single person, like the town, is named Hamelin. Every single person is human. Not a single pig in there. And then you see the prince. And you're like, oh, it's like in Alma Moon, only the ruler is a pig. And it turns out him is also a mask. So it's not pig people we have here, it's Newport City situation going on. So yeah, is it really a fantasy when, like, everybody's almost the same skin tone? Because at least there are some darker skinned people in Alma Moon and in Castaway Cove. But like Ding Dong Dell hinted at the fact that there are other species, and you barely see any of them. Like I said earlier, in the sequel, Ding Dong Dell has cats and has mice. You know how many sentient mice I saw in Ding Dong Dell of the prequel? Exactly 1. And I had to fight it. Whoops. Get back here, you. Would I still recommend Ni no Kuni 1? Oh, that depends on what you're looking for in your gameplay. I will admit that there are some moves that gets unlocked later as you play that I could have really used in previous battles. Well, let's give him those quills I was talking about earlier. There, Scourge is in the movie now. Because it's not a bad game, but it's very trollish. Oh, it trolled me so much. Swift Solution is in the game, and it's a bit of a troll move, but I do like that in this game, Swift Solution rewards you with quality of life upgrades. In the sequel, pretty much all that Swift Solution does is lets you buy some of the rarer resources, or helps you recruit citizens for your city. In the first one, it gives you quality of life improvements. Here we go, a very hairy Sonic. Gonna see if I can add a bit more shading on this guy before we switch to the other one. So far I've been able to unlock the ability to jump, even if they kind of assume you never learn it, because all the jumping is either automatic or areas where you look like you could jump, they just block you. And you learn... Eventually I'm saving up my points to unlock more XP gained. I need 3 cards and I only have 1. And in order to get more cards, you need stamps, and in order to get stamps, you have to do side quests. Whether you get them through Swift Solutions or not, it all counts. So over there, actually doing various side quests is a bit more useful in the first one than in the second. Shadow under the nose. Shadow. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Unintended Sonic pun. Alright, there we go. Movie Sonic in green. So basically Scourge. Is that even how you pronounce Scourge? I'm struggling a little bit because I tend to want to pronounce it Scourge. Because I'm French. This is not a secret. Hope everybody's having fun at comic book day. If nobody is having fun, then somebody's not doing their job. Just gonna have a little sippy. Sippy, sippy, sippy. Aww. Lee got me something for Free Comic Book Day, and it's an Asterix book. And I think it's going to be a sample from Asterix at the Olympics, because I can see Asterix running and Panoramix holding a... what's the name of that? I am forgetting my words. That's Sandting to old time. I'm right here, I'm going to look it up. Hourglass, there we go. Oh, this is cool. For a foil cover on top of it. He traded a foil cover for what looks like a little cross stitch, and it's a cassette with a trans flag on it. and Super Mario Brothers 1 pixel style of Mario, Luigi, Waluigi, and Wario's heads. That's so cool. See, I was just hoping that people were having fun at Free Comic Book Day, and they are, and that's good. This is what I want. Mwahahaha. Come on. Alright, let's go. Here we go. Let's go. I'm going to get sued by Nintendo if I don't stop singing this tune. They're gonna get me in all of my money. They're not gonna gain any 'cause I got none. I spend it all on art supplies. I literally just bought a sketchbook, testing how much marker it can handle. It's really mind-blowing. I can't even do some inking. On that paper for the markers, it handles all. Refreshing. She looks like a 7-Up ad. Of course, you know what time it is. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Fix this real quick. And there we go. That's all there is to it for this one. It's nice, it's cute, it's simple. And that means we get to go to the third request in a minute or two. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Right slice. And Wheel of Morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we shall learn. A sugar skull. Okay. Let's see what we can do with that. Another thing I've never done in my life. I know I have reference. There we go. You know, the beginning of the merry-go-round broke down kind of sounds a bit like one of those joke songs from François Pérus. J'ai là te dois 20 piastres, the merry-go-round broke down. Bad enough I'm not fantastic at skulls. I mean, it's not that I won't try. The whole point is that it's a challenge. Because I can afford to make it a little cartoony. It's a sugar skull after all. It's not going to be as colorful as a regular sugar skull because, as we know, my colors are limited. But that doesn't mean I can't try. I am learning. I have some references with me and I'm trying not to copy them too much. Oh, it doesn't look like much right now, but everything will be cleared up once we pencil. Like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I live stream every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. I live stream on the first or second Saturday of the month at 1 p.m. Eastern again. 1 p.m. Eastern, and a couple of hours after that being the only time I actually have really free for myself. Oh, we have 3 viewers. Hello, 3 viewers. I know we had 3 viewers earlier, but I've been seeing them going up and down and up and down and up and down. Mostly down. This is going to be vines, so as long as I remember to put leaves on it, should be fine. Those are some big ol' eyes, so we're just going to assume this used to be an anime girl. I am so focused right now. This is my first time doing one of these. Alright, that's not too bad. And then to line it again. You gotta give that to me. I'm stubborn. I don't give up easily. Anybody else looking forward to Paper Mario 1000 Year Door? I am. it's looking to be like super pretty. And I do want to see the quality of life changes they did. I know they completely redesigned the warp section. And it looks actually useful. It kind of looks like the one next to the museum in Origami King. I don't know why I was thinking Ocarina King. Actually, I do know why. I'm an idiot. And and I mean, I do enjoy the original version. But for those of you that don't know me, I also really like remakes. And that's why I'm so confused why I'm not interested in the newest version of Final Fantasy VII. A lot of people tells me it's fun. For some reason, it doesn't attract me. And it's not for lack of liking Final Fantasy VII, the original game. I have the original game, I have the original PlayStation 1 discs, and I have it on my Switch. And I do genuinely like remakes, because I have 6 copies of the Final Fantasy IV because I have a problem. And so yeah, I'm as confused as you guys are why I'm just not into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Probably because it's not available on Switch as far as I know. But at the same time, I just, no, thank you. Could probably run it on my Mac, but you guys know I don't like gaming on my Mac, first of all. Now, people have been protesting that it's only going to be at the 30 frames per second, but for natural movement, you need 24 frames per second. Yeah, but the original ran at 60. Okay, and well, let's use the next color over. At this rate, I don't think I'll be using the markers because such intricate details. This might take a while, but at the same time, it might be a little shorter because I won't be using the markers because of the way the details need to be rendered on this. You're so small. Yes, you are. And I already forgot I had vines growing down there, so I'm going to take care of that. Today may be the force be with you, but tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo. So we'll be taking care of that. I wonder if you guys can hear the background sound. If you do, you get to enjoy my sister as much as I am right now. Because being loud is in the family. This is both very fun and very tedious. I took a break for less yesterday when I was doing the testing on the paper. Also, I am absolutely loving the lighting, the improved lighting in the previews that we've had so far. I find that everything has encouraged me to play with my colors more this year. And I need to. Because personally, I am a little sick of everything I draw being like in this perfect noontime lighting. I'm just thinking a little bit of change wouldn't hurt. You know what I feel like? I feel like I'm drawing like Go Through, except, you know, less good. Go Through is an artist that I follow on Instagram. They specialize in dot art, and they are fantastic at it, okay? And you need a special kind of patience to do that. And that is not my flavor of patience, and that is nobody's fault but my own. More vines. What do you mean that's not your type of patience? You are literally drawing a sugar skull right now. I guess it's hard to explain, so I'm not even gonna try. It sounds like energy I do not feel like expending. And a bit more vine up there, because why not? Just to be on the safe side, I'll do a bit of line art around the petals so we don't lose them when we erase the pencil. And the feathers. Well, that's not a bad example for a first time. Back, nice skull. Had another incident I had to... Oh my god. Whenever Coco says something and I go, oh my god, I'm not annoyed at Coco. Like, there are reasons why I'm annoyed. They are related to Coco, but it has nothing to do with Coco themselves. Before anybody thinks I think my best friend is annoying. So we're not going to need to put marker on the sugar skull, but I'm still going to let him dry a little bit before I erase the pencil. And we are down to the last request. There are so many. What's it gonna be? Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we shall learn. And it's a happy Cubone. Ah, different neighbor, same sort of club music racket. Ah, they can go to hell. What? Instead of listening to dance music at impossible volumes, they should listen to my live stream at a normal volume. How about that? Got a really good vid. Yeah, I bet. Probably had some frames falling off the walls. So, to keep trying to stay in a good mood, we are going to be drawing a happy Cubone. This needs a little sharpening, so it's going to be noisy for a little second. I'm going to be having another sip. Nice and sharp. It's not shiv sharp because I'm keeping it on the more blunt end of the sharpening setting, because when I was testing the paper earlier, I needed to use some colored pencils. But I'm not complaining, it's still a lot of lead. was I planning to draw something for today? Today being May the 4th. No, I am not a fan of Star Wars. So I'm not tempted. Alright, I am properly hydrated. Let's go for the little Cubone. How to draw a Cubone. Start with a Charmander. I'm gonna try to lower his body a little bit to make it bigger. That can stay. Now I know how Cubones work, but I also know how adoption works. That's another Pokemon I've never drawn before, so this is all part of the fun. But I would think to make a cubone truly happy would be to give it a parent. May not be biological, but I can speak from experience when I say that sometimes step-parents are good parents. I should consider maybe looking up a tutorial because I know kneadable erasers are washable. There's a technique for it. I completely forgot what it was. Hey, the longer I can stretch my art supplies, because I've been using this thing for years, and it's just like my sharpener. You need like a minimum maintenance for these things, which I haven't been doing on my sharpener, but I changed the blades. I changed the blades. Oops, sorry for hooking the camera. Alright, let's go. This is going to be cute and fun. It's been an hour and a half and I still got the Sonic X theme song in my head. Send help. To grab the pale one for his little tummy. And the dark one for his nostril over here. There we go. Oh. There we go. Now we're gonna let that dry and we are going to grab the sugar skull to erase the pencils. We will not be needing to fill up the sugar skull because it's already filled. Oh, it's nice and neon on screen. I'm glad I actually got to use all three colors of the liners today. This is rare. Sometimes the palest color is like way too pale. Can't see shit. There we go, clean sugar skull. And I'm going to take a sip before I grab the Cubone back to give it a chance to actually dry real good. I have to make sure I stay hydrated. I am old, I am rusty, and the only way to unrust myself is to make sure that there's plenty of water to put in between my discs. That should be enough. I mean, they dry for a long time while I work on the next card over, but chameleon liners actually dry fairly fast. Hey, clean up better, you. There we go, a nice colored tummy. You know, here's something I'm genuinely wondering. Because ever since they introduced eggs in Pokemon, because I stopped playing after Red and Blue. If you hatch a Cubone, does the Pokemons you bred together automatically die? And if not, why don't they? Like, I'm probably going to get an essay from a Pokemon specialist about what goes on when a Cubone is born. Because we all know from the lore that a Cubone's skull is the skull of his mother. Therefore, they're always sad. Because they're orphans. And there we go. I believe we're done for today. We got all 4 prompts. And a happy Cubone. Which is clearly the highlight of the day. A happy Cubone. Now I'm gonna try to back up. So we can fit all 4 in the frame. Possibly, if we're lucky. So today we have Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie version, because that's what I felt like it. What's her name from Phineas and Ferb? I did not watch the show, so I don't know. Isabella Garcia, I think it was. A sugar skull. And the highlight, a happy Cubone. And that takes us to the end of the stream, and you know what happens at the end of the stream? We get to thank our supporters. Extra special caramel drizzle, gold flick, chocolate sprinkle. Thanks to our supporters on Patreon, Ko-fi, and Divine Art. Amber B, Paul K, Miss Annabis, Sir E. Othered. I will get it one day. Carl Bloat, Takahashi Kanako, and Badat Multiplayers. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. Of course, as usual, there is going to be the usual Bootleg Cookie live stream tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. But like and subscribe. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all, and bye-bye.